individual drive, multi-motor drive. Group drive. If several group of mechanisms or machines are organized on one shaft and driven on actuated by one motor, the system is called group drive. There are if you are having a several group of mechanisms or machines organized on one shaft and driven or actuated by one motor, that system we call it as a group drive or shaft drive. The advantage of group drive is most economical. The disadvantage is that any fault that occurs in the driving motor renders all the driving equipment ideal. That means why? Because all are connected. Only one drive is there. If one drive fails, it will be affected all the equipment ideally. Efficiency low. The efficiency of the group drive will be the low because of losses occurring in the energy transmitting mechanism. It will be not safe to operate. Also, noise level at the working spot is high. Individual drive. If a single motor is used to drive or actuate a given mechanism and it does all the jobs connected with this load, the driver is called individual drive. All the operations connected with operating a lathe may be performed by a single motor. Each motor is driven by its own separated motor with the help of gears, pulleys, etc. The disadvantage of this drive is that the power loss occurs. Multi-motor drive. Each operation of the mechanism is taken care by a separate drive motor. The system contains several individual drives, each of which is used to operate its own mechanism. Separate motors are provided for actuating different parts of the driven mechanism. The advantages of multi-drives is each machine is driven by a separate motor. It can be run and stopped as desired. Whatever it may be the time we can want to run, we can run, or we can stop also. Machines not required can be shut down and also replaced with a minimum of dislocation. There is a flexibility in the installation of different machines. In the case of motor fault, only its connected machine will stop, whereas other machines or other motors will continue working undisturbed. Absence of belts and line shafts greatly reduces the risk of accidents to the operating personnel. The disadvantage is that it is having a high initial cost. We know that 4-quadrant operation, that is a torque speed sine. Here we are having a first whenever we are having a motoring action, first and third is a motoring, and second and fourth one we call it as a regenerating action. This type of action we call it as a 4-quadrant operation. In the rotation, in the first quadrant, positive rotation and torque also positive, that is a motoring. In the second case, rotation is positive and clockwise, positive means clockwise, and torque is in a negative way, regenerating. In the third case, rotation is negative and torque is negative, motoring. If both are positive or negative, that particular action we call it as a motoring action. If one is positive and one is negative, that particular action we call it as a regenerative. Here see here, 4-quadrant operation. With the 4th-quadrant operation, that means counterweight and load case. The first quadrant is forward motoring, weight is positive, torque is positive, and power also positive. In the second quadrant 2, weight positive, torque negative, that will becomes an a quadrant 2. In the third quadrant, reverse motoring, and fourth quadrant, reverse braking. Forward motoring, forward braking, reverse motoring, and reverse braking. Here already we know that first and third quadrant will be an a motoring action. Second and fourth will be an a braking action. In the motoring and braking action, again we are having a forward motoring, reverse motoring, forward braking, and reverse braking. When it will be an a, if all are positive, that then we call it as a forward motoring. And in the case of weight is negative, torque is negative, power is an positive, that will becomes into an reverse motoring action. Here I am explaining that four quadratic operation. Motor is driving a hoist consists of a cage with or without load, a rope wound onto a drum to hoist the cage, and balance weights of a magnitude greater than that of the empty cage but less than that of the loaded cage. The arrow in the figure indicates the actual directions of the motor, torque, and load. Here it is indicates here in this diagram the arrow will be depends upon the this is an counterweight and loaded cage. The arrow will be indicates the actual directions of the motor, torque, load, torque, and motion in four quadrant. The load torque of the hoisting mechanism is active type and assumed to be constant due to negligible friction and windage for low speed hoist. Vertical line passing through the two quadrants, load hoist characteristics in first and fourth and unloaded in second and third quadrants. In the first quadrant, the load torque acts in the opposite direction to the top rotation. Hence, to drive the loaded hoist up, the motor developed torque must be in the direction of the rotation or must be positive. The power will also be positive, so this quadrant is known as forward motoring. Whenever the counter added cage is represented in the second quadrant, as the counter weight is heavier than the empty cage, the speed at which the hoist moves upwards may reach a very high value. To avoid this, the motor torque must act in the opposite direction of the rotation of the motor. Torque must be negative. The power will be negative through the speed is positive, so this quadrant is known as forward braking quadrant. If the electric machine acts as a motor but in the reverse direction compared to the first quadrant, the torque is negative as speed increases in the negative direction, but the power is positive, the quadrant is known as reverse. That quadrant we known as a reverse motoring quadrant. Fourth quadrant has the downward motion of the loaded cage. As loaded cage has more weight than the balanced weight to limit the speed of the motion, motor torque must have opposite polarity with respect to the rotation and acts as a brake. The motor torque sign is positive, but as speed has negative direction, the power will be negative. This quadrant is designated as reverse braking quadrant. Constant torque and constant power operation. Here this graph shows the torque speed characteristics, torque versus speed for four quadrants operation we are going to show. The load torque will be divided into various categories. Various load torques can be classified into broad categories. First one is an active load torques. Second one passive load torques. Low torques which have the potential to drive the motor under equilibrium conditions are called active load torques. Low torques which have the potential to drive the motor under equilibrium conditions are called active load torque. Classification of load torque: torque due to force gravity, torque due to tension. Load torques which always oppose the motion and change their sign on the reversal of motion are called passive load torques. Passive load torques is nothing but whenever that load torques always oppose the motion and change their sign on the reversal of motion are called passive load torques. Torque due to examples are torque due to friction and cutting. Components of load torque: the load torque can be further divided into the following components, that is a friction torque. Friction will be present at the motor shaft and also in various parts of the load. The friction torque is the equivalent value of the various friction torques referred to the motor shaft. Components of load torque: in components of we are having a windage torque. When motor runs, wind generates a torque opposing the motion. This is known as windage torque. Torque required to do useful mechanism work. That means nature of this torque depends upon the particular application. It may be some function of speed, it may be a time invariant or time variant. Its nature may also change with the load's mode of operation. Friction torque can also be resolved into three components, that is component TV varies linearly with the speed is called viscous friction, where B is the viscous friction. Another component is TC, which is independent of speed, is known as Coulomb friction. Third component is TS, for additional torque present at standstill. Since TS is present only at standstill, it is not taken into the consideration account in the dynamic analysis. Windage torque, which is proportional to the speed squared, is given by nature of load torque. The nature of load torque depends upon the particular application. A low speed hoist is an example of load. When the torque is constant, independent of speed, at low speed, windage torque is negligible. Therefore, net torque is mainly due to gravity, which is constant and independent of speed. Nature of load torque: there are drives where Coulomb friction dominates over the torque components. Consequently, torque is independent of the speed. Example is paper mill drive, fans, compressors, aeroplanes, centrifugal pumps. There are different types. Dynamics of motor load combination drive: when an electric motor rotates, it is usually connected to a load which has a rotational or translational motion. We know that what is a rotational and a translational motion. The speed of the motor may be different from that of the load. To analyze the relation among the drives and loads, the concept of dynamics of electric drives is introduced. Here in this case, this motion we call it as a rotational motion. That means a dynamic of motor load combination. Here we are having a motor. That means we are having an angular friction and angular displacement, and we are having an angular all joules we are going to get. That means this is not an translational system, it is a rotational system, so that we are having a torque. That means how much force applied is nothing but joules, how much displacement is theta, like that we are going to consider. Here that thing only. J is an polar moment of inertia of an motor load. Wm is an instantaneous angular velocity. Capital T is an instantaneous value of developed motor torque. T1 is an instantaneous value of load torque referred to the motor shaft. Dynamics of motor load combination drive. Now from the fundamental torque equation we are having a T2 T, all these torque and joule calculation. This is not required. During accelerating, motor supplies low torque and additional torque components essentially. So the torque balancing the dynamics of electric braking is very useful. Steady state transient stability of electric drive. The drive said to be in equilibrium if the torque developed by the motor is exactly equal to the load torque. If the drive comes out of the state of the equilibrium due to some disturbance, it comes back to steady state for stable equilibrium, but for unstable equilibrium, the speed of the drive increases uncontrollably or decreases to zero. Steady and transient stability of electric drives. Already we know what is a steady and what is a transient state. That means we always preferring that transient stability will be, transient time will be less. To get we need to get immediately to the steady state. When the drive coming out of the state of equilibrium preserves its steady state at different speeds, it is said to be in a neutral range. The stability of the motor load combination is defined as the capacity of the system, which enables it is to develop forces such as nature to restore equilibrium after any small departure. Steady and transient stability of electric drive. Changes from the state of equilibrium takes place slowly, and the effect of either the inertia or the inductance is insignificant. That we call it as a steady state stability. Sudden and fast changes from the equilibrium state, so effect of both inertia and inductance cannot be neglected. That we call it as a dynamic or of transient stability.